Yo, what's up, Swag? Yeah, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Keon, alright? AKA KL Swag. Back here with a video, man. Look, man, we about to react to the truth about Will Levis. It's coming out, man. Now, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. It was a 20-minute video with Matt Be Great, but I was just like, man, I might as well just do this one. You know, this is probably, an update about what happened and stuff like that and the draft and all that, bro. But I am a little late on it, man. But we got to get into it, bro. Shout out to Matt Be Great, and let's get into it.
It all came down to this, and it wasn't anything personal against Will Levis. I'm sure they think he's a great kid, but it was strictly a business decision. They were concerned. All these teams, they were highly concerned with multiple different things.
Damn.
Well, isn't this interesting? Good old Will Levis, a.k.a. Will Levis, and I'm joking if you couldn't tell. I know his name's Will Levis, but anyways, I call him Will Levis every now and then. Matt, that's besides the point. The point is, we have some new information that has been leaked out. Well, I wouldn't say leaked out, but it's been brought to light. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the truth is finally, and I mean finally, starting to come out. If you have no idea whatsoever what's going on, let me catch up to speed on things, because I know a lot of people, they like to keep up with the NFL, college football, this and that, but they don't necessarily care too much about the NFL draft because it is an overwhelming process. Will Levis, for the past, not even a couple of months, but the past year, dating back to this time last year, everybody was proclaiming and saying he was going to be a top 5 NFL draft pick. He's the greatest quarterback prospect in the draft.
Everyone was saying that.
If you've been watching the channel for a while, you would know that I have never been high on Will Levis, and I've always made that clear. I've always seen these reports come out where he's going to be a top 10 NFL draft pick, and I've also seen all these experts, or my bad, quote-unquote experts, and really I'm talking about Mel Kiper Jr. That dude has been meat riding Will Levis, hyping him up for over a year now. And my biggest problem with Will Levis is you couldn't justify claiming he was a top quarterback prospect. There was no facts to go with those claims. However, with all that being said though, what happened yesterday, what happened on day 1 of the NFL draft, Will Levis's biggest nightmares came true. Or not biggest nightmares, but his biggest nightmare came true. You get what I'm trying to say. He gets all dressed up, buys a fancy suit, he brings his smoking hot girlfriend to the draft, his parents are there, and he goes undrafted. What a shame. And I feel bad for the kid. I have some sympathy for him because all the people, they inflated his ego and somehow...
The crazy thing is, he goes undrafted, bro, but you got to think about it. This can really kill something inside you, bro. If you really think about it, you got people over and over saying on social media this and that. You got the NFL. The NFL posted this nigga. The NFL posted this man, bro. Like, what the? You posted him over and over saying he's gonna be the top pick and all that. And then, bro, he goes undrafted, bro. I mean, bro, you got the literally Matt Be Great just said it. The Mel Kiper dude, bro, kept boosting it up, saying he's gonna be this top dude. And you guys, he's human. He listens, he's watching, and then you never know. He probably all hyping up and like, yeah, man, I'm a top pick, this and that. You know what? I personally don't know. Personality like that. But you never know. He might be like that, bro. Like, I'm gonna be the number one draft pick, blah, 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 blah. The top draft pick quarterback in the NFL draft, blah, 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 blah. But, bro, this man went undrafted, bro. It's like that, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of embarrassing, but at the same time, bro, no people wrong, bro. You boosting this man up, and the man didn't even get drafted. Went undrafted.
Convinced him he was a lock to be a top 10 pick. Because he even stated and made it clear in an interview that he only was going to go to the draft if he knew he was going to be a top 10 pick. If he felt like or believed he was going to be a fringe, a late first-round pick, he wasn't even going to show up. So, yeah, it sucks that people pretty much lied to him, but it is what it is. You got to live with it and move on. That's life. In tonight's video, though, we finally have some answers as to why he fell so far in the draft, and we're going to talk all about them. And also, I have a question. I tweeted this out, but we're going to take a look at this.
We got to find out why.
What is up with the Philadelphia Eagles and all these Georgia players? At this point in time, the Eagles are essentially
literally, he ain't lying, bro. He is not lying. The Philadelphia Eagles got hella Georgia players. Like, y'all trying to start a Georgia team or something? Don't get me wrong. Folks, that they drafted on that team. Now, I ain't gonna get into all that. I'll probably react to his video or whatever like that if he did one. But, bro, this is insane, bro. Like Georgia players, bro. Like it got hella Georgia players, straight dogs.
0. We're going to talk a little bit about that. If you like football content, consider joining our amazing community. If you already subscribed, I greatly appreciate you. All right, Matt, blah, blah, blah. Shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get it. Let's talk about this briefly and get it out the way because I want to get into this Will Levis topic. But I got to speak on this because I've never seen anything like this outside of, I guess, the Washington Commanders and Alabama players. They love their Bama players. But Philadelphia, they already had a couple Georgia players on the team. And in the first round, what do? They get Jalen Carter. But also in the first round, they get Nolan Smith. At that point in time,
That's
I was
wild.
like, hey, they got a lot of Georgia players. But then in the third round today, they also got
Keelan Ringo?
That is another Georgia quarterback who fell in the draft. By the way, we're going to talk about that tomorrow.
Gosh, they got him
stay tuned
too?
for Draft 3 recap where we just recap everything. But then, guess what? If that wasn't enough for you, today they also traded for Lions running back DeAndre Swift, who also played at Georgia. Seriously,
what?
How many Georgia players do you need? This Philadelphia Eagles defense is pretty much just going to be half Georgia players. And let me make this clear. I haven't made it clear before I forget and somebody misinterprets.
I see what they're doing though.
Whatsoever. Go after Georgia players.
I know this video probably gonna be long. I see what they're doing though. They're trying to bring all the Georgia players, players together and have them ball out. Because at the end of the day, all these older dudes, they're gonna be on. So they're thinking of, okay, let's get all these Georgia players together. They're great. They're real smart. They play great football, which they do. And then you're playing in the SEC. That's damn near like you're playing with the best of the best, like NFL. Damn near close to that. So I see what the Eagles doing, which is really smart. But I hope it don't bite you in your ass.
They're amazing. This is one of the best things you can do. I'm just saying it is so weird they got so many in a short amount of time within the past 2 years.
Literally.
And yet again, I go back to this. I ain't faulting them. I get Georgia players. They're awesome. Let me know your thoughts on that down below if you noticed that today as well. But now, finally, moving on to the main topic of the main encore, the main reason you clicked on today's video.
The main reason. I'm sorry, y'all.
Good old Will Levis. Clap it up, clap it up. Come on, just give some congratulations to my man. He's been getting a ton of hate recently. Went to the draft, didn't get drafted. Apparently and allegedly, his girlfriend, the smoking hot one you see right here, she left him. It's just been a bad pass.
No!
48 to whatever, 70.
Now why Matt be great? She left that nigga? She left him? Because he went undrafted? Oh. Well, Levis, that just show you. She wasn't meant for your ass. Damn! She left him because he went undrafted. Damn! Damn!
2 hours for him. What happens early yesterday, though? He gets drafted with the second pick in the second round by the Tennessee Titans. So, yeah, he wasn't a first-round pick, but it's not like he fell to the late second round. That's still some decent money. And he's going to a team where, hey, maybe in a year, 2 years from now, he could be the starter. You never know what's going to happen there. And that Tennessee Titan quarterback situation, it's not the best. So he could
I like
Malik. I don't think they traded him. They still have Malik Willis. I'm pretty sure on that. Now, for me personally, y'all know how I feel about it. I had Hendon Hooker as my best available quarterback going into day 2, and I still believe that. If I was the Tennessee Titans, me personally, this is just me, I would have took Hendon Hooker. But although I had Hendon Hooker as my QB4 in the draft, I didn't have Will Levis that much farther behind him. I just like Hendon Hooker a tad bit more because he is more accurate, and that's the only reason. You can make arguments for either quarterback. For example, Will Levis, he has a way better arm than Hendon Hooker. The only real positive to getting Hendon Hooker is accuracy, but to me, that is so important in the NFL. It's not about throwing these 50-yard bombs. You may have 5 passes like that all season long. It's about dinking and diming your way down the field, 5, 10, 15-yard passes. That's it. Who's the greatest quarterback of all time? Tom Brady. There's no debate. We consider him the greatest of all time, right? And all he did was throw 10-yard passes his entire career. Now, yes, he could throw the deep ball, but later in his career especially, he was throwing it to the running back 7, 8 times a game. And with Will Levis, if you watch the film or even just watch him at Kentucky, you would know this. He throws it 100 miles per hour. It doesn't matter if you're 5 feet away or 500 feet away. That ball's coming. With Hendon Hooker, he puts a little more air under it, and that's what I like a little bit more. I could talk about that for days, but getting a move on here, it doesn't matter what I think. The Titans, they got their guy. They said, you know what? We don't want Hendon Hooker. We want Will Levis. They got him at number 33. How would I grade this pick for the Titans? I'm going to give it a B. I think it's a little bit ahead of a B minus. I wouldn't give it a B plus. A B plus is really good. I'm just going to say it's good. Give it a B. It's not really a risky pick because let's say Will Levis is complete trash in 2 or 3 years from now. Nobody's going to look at that pick and go, dang, they wasted that. It's a second-round pick. Not a big deal. You didn't trade up to number 10 in the draft to go after this guy. It's just a second-round pick. So from that aspect, really good. It's not high risk, and there could be a high reward. But yet again, it goes back to this, the unanswered question that people won't answer. Why did he fall in the draft? If you watched any of these people talking about the NFL draft, everybody had him going in the first round. Most people had him going in the top 10. I got to toot my own horn here for a second. I didn't have him going in the top 10, but you already know that. Y'all know how I feel about him. If not, go watch the previous video. And speaking of the previous video, check out this comment that teammates had to...
I didn't really see too much about him, bro, but to be honest, that's just me, but I feel like they was hyping him up. Now, I got a homeboy that played at Kentucky, played corner, Ole Miss, and played at Kentucky. And, bro, I mean, I was watching the game, bro. I was watching damn near Kentucky highlights and watching the game, and I didn't really see too much about it. I do like his size. Will Levis is a big-ass dude, great size, muscular type quarterback. He got a pretty good arm, but he does not make the best decisions in the damn world. So, I don't know, but I see why he went low. Personally, he should have, went second round, but I don't know. It was a lot of clout around him, though.
Say, I really like it. He said,
he is a straight quarterback now.
Watching the draft, find Mel Kiper's obsessiveness.
Switch and choose the phone you want.
I just didn't see him as no top dude.
On us, Verizon.
About Will Levis weird? All night he continued to say Will Levis is the second best QB in the draft. He said it so
That's messed up though, because they boost up his head and he goes on draft.
One of them even said something about, we know you keep saying that. I bet he continues his personal Will Levis love fest tonight. And under that comment, Willie said, Mel is probably getting paid to hype Will Levis up, and I believe that. Check out this comment from Gerald. I think he has the ability to play QB in the NFL. I know some team will give him a chance. Use this opportunity to mature and make the most out of it. I agree. Nobody is saying that Will Levis is a terrible quarterback. I've just said he ain't that good. I've just said he ain't as good as most people are trying to make him out to seem. That doesn't mean I think he's terrible. What it means is I'm not risking a first-round pick on him, but that was just me. I agree with taking him in the first round, and even I said I would think about taking him late in the first round, but not in the top 10. When you take a look at Will Levis, he checks off a ton of the boxes. But keyword, I said a ton. I didn't say all of the boxes. You know who checks off all of the boxes? C.J. Stroud. You know who checks off all the boxes? Bryce Young. So that's that. And I do want to read off some of your guys' comments because y'all give great perspectives, and I like looking at them. But let's get back on track here. Will Levis for the past year, yada, yada, yada. You know what happened. Everybody hyped him up, saying he's going to be a top 10 NFL draft pick, and he falls out of the first round. And the reason for that is because teams were, quote-unquote, turned off to Will Levis during the draft process. If you don't know what that means, I'm going to dumb it down even more for you. During the draft process, when Will Levis is doing his pro day at Kentucky, interviewing teams, they weren't impressed. As a matter of fact, they weren't just not impressed, but like it says right here, quote unquote, they were turned off. Whoa. Hold on. I know what you're sitting there saying. Well, Matt, okay, well, why were they turned off? What happened? That's a great question, my friend, and I have an even better answer. Because there was nothing special about him. All these teams that went to his pro day, they just realized, dang, this guy's not as good as everyone making him out to seem. All these teams that interviewed him, they came to the conclusion, dang, maybe this ain't the guy we want leading our team. Maybe this ain't the guy we want to be our franchise quarterback for the next 20 years. It all came down to this, and it wasn't anything personal against Will Levis. I'm sure they think he's a great kid, but it was strictly a business decision. They were concerned. All these teams, they were highly concerned with multiple different things. I'll give you a great example. Bryce Young, 0 concerns. C.J. Stroud, 0 concerns. And everybody's going to bring up this example. Well, Matt, you don't think teams were concerned about Anthony Richardson? And yes, they were. For those of y'all that don't know this,
he's different, though.
They narrowed their option down to either Anthony Richardson or Will Levis. That's it. They wasn't going to take anybody else. They wasn't going to take Hendon Hooker at 4. Everybody knows that. Well, here's what it came down to. Was there a major concern with Anthony Richardson? Yes. What is that one major concern? Accuracy. That was it. Outside of that, freak athlete. He's got a cannon of an arm. He's just out of this world when it comes to potential. It's just accuracy. They got to work on it. But you know how the Colts are looking at it? The same way the Eagles were when they took Jalen Hurts. Hey, that's the only concern, and maybe over time he'll get better at passing. And, well, we saw it turn out with Jalen Hurts. $250 million. That's all I'm
Yep.
going to say about that. But the Colts, they're just hoping in the next year or two, Anthony Richardson can fix his accuracy. That's it. On the flip side, for Will Levis, not just one concern, multiple concerns. You can work with one concern, but not multiple. What are those multiple concerns for Will Levis?
He a big-ass dude,
Number
though.
one, let's start off with this. He's not accurate. You got back-to-back seasons where you throw over 10 interceptions. I can't label you as quote-unquote.
Damn, he
bad.
did?
Number two, and this could be a big deal depending on how you look at it,
I didn't know
Will
that.
Levis isn't extremely athletic. Is he athletic enough to get the job done? Yes, he is, but he's not Anthony Richardson, and we know that.
Yeah.
Number three, he doesn't
And
have
the game is
best
totally
and
different.
He's not decisive in the pocket. You've seen it time after time where he questions himself, and sometimes he's just thinking too much. I could sit up here and name off a couple other things, but at that point in time, it'd be nitpicking. You get the point. He
Yeah.
still has a great chance of being a starting quarterback in this league, so don't get that twisted. Will he be a starting quarterback for the Titans? Is he going to have a successful
Nah.
NFL career? That's a different video for a different day. I'm very curious, so let me know your thoughts down below.
Yeah. I don't think so, to be honest. But hey, man, we gonna see, man. Personally, he's straight quarterback. Not the best, but we gonna find out. Will he prove people wrong? Will we find out? Hell yeah. It's coming up real soon.